I'll never forget that. There was a time in college where one of my boys ordered like Balenciagas.
Yeah.
And then he opened the box, and then there was like these not off-white, like today off-white.
Yeah.
It was these off-white trainers.
What brand are these?
I don't know.
I
don't think he could have guessed.
So they didn't give him Nike.
No.
Wow.
Some off-white trainers. Not the asset. Nah, I'm sorry, man.
Oh man.
I can't be a victim.
You get his money back.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, eBay, man. eBay.
Yeah.
Where?
eBay definitely cancelled up here. Definitely 100% cancelled. Alright, guys. Hope you're alright. You're good. So
February. Wow.
Yeah.
January was dragging. But it seems like February's just flying past.
Yeah.
So you think
I think it's true.
Next week we're
halfway.
Think about that.
Boy.
January kind of dragged for me, man.
I think it kind of did. It's weird. I don't know.
It was definitely 40 days. It was definitely 40 days in January. Fam. But yeah.
Yeah, I think as you go deep in the year, it goes back quicker. I think.
It actually does.
So.
It actually does.
You just gotta make most of the time you have, boy. It's like sand slipping through your fingers.
For real.
It's mad.
For real.
Wow.
Nothing is promised. Time is limited.
Very limited.
Rest in peace, Kobe, man. Rest in peace, Kobe.
To all the families.
Yeah, and everyone else. Everyone else.
So, not just him. Because even I was having a conversation with people as well about how we need to definitely attribute him, but there are other people as well. And okay, he might have done more in terms of impacting people, but
that's still a life.
They're as important.
Yeah,
they're very much as important. I guess maybe they won't get the recognition as much as he did, but they need to be seen as important.
Definitely,
everyone is important.
Exactly.
Reminds me of one quote that I think The Rock always mentions, Dwayne Johnson, is it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. You know about yeah. It's not. See, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Rock Johnson.
That's powerful, especially coming from someone like him as well.
Yeah.
It makes them so relatable. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But today's topic, what we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about today's culture, how people need to get out of their feelings.
My feelings. Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be called Get Out of My Feelings, In My Feelings. Don't take it personally. When you watch it, don't even take it personally. Because on this show, you already know.
We'll take it personally. So take
it.
Take it personally.
That's not in the script, man. That's not in the script here. Yeah. So where should we start in terms of this?
Should we start with how
I just feel like all these season 1 topics, I definitely needed part 2 if guests on.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
This one will definitely need a part 2.
Definitely,
but I feel like a lot of people will have a lot to say about it. There's different sides as well.
100%.
But for me, this generation is a marshmallow, soft, cutting bud, whatever. I don't know. It's just soft. Like this generation is so soft. You can't say anything, yeah. You can't do anything without someone crying or someone feeling upset or whatever, or offended or whatever. Like, it's mad. It's actually mad. Like, I don't understand how you can be an adult and everything gets to you. Everything gets to you. Everything is an issue. There's more to life.
Especially the
media.
There's
more to life. Yeah.
Like, the biggest scope of the media loves to do that. A lot.
Like, sometimes I look at myself and I wonder, like, these celebrities, social media is powerful, you've got 1,000 people comment on your post, it can be a little bit thing, but these 1,000 people, they know you don't know them, why should you care? It always says, you got a big nose, what? Okay, you got a big nose, what? Does that mean now you have to go and now start responding or start saying that you feel like, oh yeah, you question yourself, or your influence to go and do something that you wouldn't normally do because of someone else's opinion?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Snowflake generation. That's what they say. Snowflake generation.
It's weird because like, I feel like I co-sign him too much, but Gary Vee, there's something that he said. Who's gonna look him up?
Yeah.
He said is that the reason why people get affected by negative commentary so much is because they value so much positive commentary, like about them. Like they value it so much that they even find their value in it. So when people so when people are not giving them props or are not being, let's say, nice to them, then it's like it's taken, that rug is taken up there underneath where they're standing.
I understand that. That is very true. That is actually very true. I feel like a lot of people, they're looking for, what's the word? They're looking for appreciation from others to tell them that they're doing something good or they're doing something like alright. But why should that be the case? If you know that you've got a plan or you're working towards something and you know you're making the steps there or you've already achieved something, that should be enough.
But then what would you say? Because it's very strange, because even on like on my way here today, I saw someone put up a quote saying that people who give their opinions are very like, opinions are from, I don't know what exactly it was, but opinions are from people, it's like the lowest form of, let's go back to the word commentary, the lowest form of like giving commentary on something you don't have facts about, you don't know anything about.
But that's the thing. The key word is opinion. Yeah, an opinion is not a fact. Yeah, so anybody's opinion shouldn't be taken too heavily. Whether it's a positive or negative opinion, it's just an opinion. It's just what someone thinks, and the opinions are they're based on how the person views you or whatever they view your art is. My opinion of someone or a football player might be, this guy can't pass or whatever, he's ineffective. But then the manager's playing him. So the manager's opinion is that this guy's good and he must be doing something good that I can't see.
That's one way to look at it. But I don't know. But then I feel like sometimes we might contradict ourselves, because it's like when we, let's say you know your family well.
Yeah.
When someone outside of your family gives their opinion of one of your family members that is not true, you know, obviously you would tell your family member, you know, like, it doesn't matter what they say because they don't know you.
Yeah.
But would some part of you not like criticize the person on the end of giving that opinion?
That's
not true.
There's a contradiction.
It's a bit complex.
Yeah.
It's a bit complex.
I would do. I definitely will do, because do you know what? I'll do that based on the person, based on the fact that they criticizes someone I know. So I'm just basically defending that person. I only really do it if the person is not there. I'll defend someone if they're not there and someone's criticizing me, because you shouldn't really be talking about someone when they're not, when they can't defend themselves. So I'll do it on that basis. But if now it's just you're talking about me or whatever, I could care less. You want for what? You want me to be going back and forth in the comment section? Who's got time for that? I've got no time for that. Why am I going back and forth with you in the comments? What's that doing? Are you what do you call it? Are you making money from it? No. Am I making money from it? No.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it benefiting my life in any way? It's not. So.
I think, do you know what? I really try and see it from both ways, because if people are making lies about you that are not true, there is a strong side of you that will want to kind of respond and kind of give a statement or defend yourself.
Why is that though? Why is that?
Because you don't want, I guess, even if you might not base your life on people's opinions, you don't want the opinions of others to be swayed by what they say to an extent.
But then this is where it just seems like everyone then is just looking for validation from others.
That's true.
So
But then does that mean that you don't care at all? Or does that mean...
I don't know. Me, I was gonna say it from my point of view. I don't know. The way I've been raised up is that you shouldn't really even care about everything. Like, I'll just be being from an African background. Like, you're just built tough, or you're meant to be tough, like, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I don't care. I don't know. I just don't really care about people's opinions.
Yeah.
I'll just do my own thing. If I know that I'm doing something right or whatever, no one can really tell me that I'm not doing something right, or no one can influence me.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'll be seeing like some of these celebrities, like, they'll be like, oh yeah, what do you call it? The public made me do it, or something like that, or they feel like they have to come out. They need to come out and explain something. Like, what do you mean? Who cares? I remember there was like recently, I think like at the beginning of the year, there was one model, whatever, and she was doing one catwalk, and then everyone was laughing at the way that she was walking, or something like that. That she was saying that she was buffing like a guy. So she then like felt the need to now go on Instagram and be explaining. And she was like, "Oh yeah, she's been going through a lot recently. I think one of her parents must have passed or something like that." I'm like, why do you feel the need? Why do you need to do that?
That's the wrong
place.
Why do you need to reply? That's the wrong place as
That's
well.
What I mean. That's
the wrong
why
place.
do you don't need to.
Yeah.
Who actually cares?
That is the wrong place. Definitely, like, in public social media, that's the wrong place to air. Because, let's not name it to an extent, like, when it comes to industry working, wherever it might be, at the end of the day, like, you're just an asset people find interesting. They'll, spend their time to watch you, listen to you, or whatever.
Yeah.
But then, apart from that, it's like, they don't know you. So, I guess you need to bear that in mind. But I do understand at the same time that, like, you might care. Let's say you have a fan base, whatever you do. I don't know if it's YouTubing or your group of friends from years, from day, whatever.
Yeah.
You have people that you actually care about to an extent, and then somebody has been creating a lie about you or unjustly giving an opinion that is out of order. I can't understand, that conflict, to say so.
Yeah.
But then again, I think that, especially like over the last few years, growing, getting older and stuff like that, is that you can't go by what people say, and that if you really want to find out the truth, it's best to ask that person directly, or wait until you find out directly. I mean, obviously, because you might not know, you might not have evidence or whatnot. You might speculate, because we're all human. You speculate about things, but you don't come to a conclusion until you yourself have either sat down with a person, or they have actually told you that is right or wrong. But I guess in this generation as well, today especially, that does not happen.
This generation, like, I just feel like
it does not happen.
It's just, everyone's just so sensitive. Like, you can't do anything. You can't say anything without there being an issue.
Yeah.
But then I don't get it, because everyone will be screaming freedom of speech, but if now someone talks, everyone starts crying.
It's true.
So wait, what is this?
It's true.
What kind of time are we actually living?
Yeah. Even like in the workplace, like, it's not for you to take crap from anybody.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, I've reached maybe a level of certain maturity where before, like, one thing that I've never understood is that in the workplace, whether it's the manager to the person, the employee, or the employee to the manager, it's like, before you go and speak to somebody outside of the relationship you have with that colleague, speak to them first. If they're not fulfilling something in their role, or they're treating you wrong, before you go speak to someone higher outside, you go speak to them first.
I don't understand why people can't be so direct. Why are people always trying to believe or doing things like that? Fam, especially, with managers a lot as well, like, they'll go and speak, let's say there was a manager 2 levels above you, basically. Yeah. So then you've got a manager, and then that's manager above that person, That manager will never, the top tier manager, he will never come and talk to you.
Yeah,
He'll pass information
down,
And then, I'm just like, that's so sneaky.
It is.
if you've got something to say to me, why don't you just come and pull me directly?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all meant to be working towards the same goal. If we're working for the same company or working for this, we're all working towards the same thing. Why can't you just be transparent? Why always passing down kind of thing? So that just builds resentment between the whole thing.
Yeah. And even like with the person that might be directly above you, sometimes the person that's above them might not be aware of the situation. Yeah. And they might come to talk to you about something maybe that they're having a problem with you about, but you might, in your head, subconsciously, you might think like, oh, this is something that's quite serious. They've already spoken to who else, but you might suffer the consequence thinking that, okay, like, I can't be going through this without certain people not knowing. Yeah. But then you find out in some cases that they don't know. And they've just gone out of their own way to say what they want to say. If that makes sense. Yeah. I guess that's kind of going to a different kind of topic scenario, but it's about at least the direct communication. Yeah. At least on that front.
Wait. I don't know. I just find it weird. It's like, I feel like I was born in the wrong generation. I actually really do. Because I even think back to like when I was younger, like even when I watch TV and stuff like that, like everything is just so different. People can't actually even say what they want to say. Yeah. People can't do what they want to do because
even in sports.
Even in sports. Yeah. Even in sports, I'm just like, why are they trying to make everyone just like some little, I don't know. Yeah. Just one little cotton wool wrapped in I don't even know, man. Yeah. In bubble wrap. What is this?
The manager and coach is like, they're not allowed. They're not allowed to play their role to a certain extent. It's like the players are the one managing the coach.
That's my biggest reason. This is why I'm gonna stop watching football. I'm gonna stop watching football.
That's not gonna
happen. Maybe this season I will. I'll stop watching Premier League. I might watch.
Mate, it's in every sport. It's in every sport.
Nah, but it's always at the top levels that you see this kind of funny business. Yeah. Like,
I don't know if you saw it recently, Mbappe.
Yeah.
he
disrespected it. Like, my thing is, fair enough, you want to stay on the pitch, all of that. In fact, that's even good that you want to stay on the pitch. I want to see that kind of passion from players, But when you take it to the next level of now disrespecting the manager, what? Why is that allowed? In school, I want to stay out. I want to play the playground for 2 hours. But the teacher tells me to come in. Should I then now be throwing my hands up and doing that? In the office, should I be throwing my hands up? But then the players, because the brands of the players is so big, it's bigger than the manager, so then it's allowed to go. Yeah. Because you have to think about it. That's the thing with football now, especially at the top level, is a business. Mm-hmm. Everything is about money. Yeah. So they're thinking, okay, Mbappe or a manager that only has maximum 3 years on his contract. Who is a bigger investment to us? Who's bringing in more money for us? Mm-hmm. Mbappe, of course. So we have to keep Mbappe's sweet. Yeah. So that's why players can just do whatever they want. Yeah. What's the point of a manager?
It's true. Like even I don't know how it works. Like even in the music industry, where kind of your manager works for you, right? Yeah. So I don't know how it works there, but I think just generally in a lot of relationships, it's like even if someone who has the right to criticize you correctly, they have to even be on eggshells, on how they do it. Yeah. I mean, I think we're getting to a stage where like the natural order of things is just being lost. Does that make sense? It's just being confused, everything upside down,
it's being lost.
Upside up, and
I'll give you another example, Like one of the perfect managers to use for this is Mourinho, because Mourinho is also one that speaks his mind. Mourinho will talk about a player, and it will be like, oh my days, how can he be talking about players? How can he be this? How can he be doing that? But then if you go back in the days, if you just go 20 years ago, or maybe even like up to 15, all these managers were doing that. Alex Ferguson will out you for not playing good. Mm-hmm. And that's why the teams, they respected him. They respected that they're playing for this club. They respected the role that they're doing, and they performed their best. Mm-hmm. But now, when managers can't even speak, manager can't even say that this player is not playing well. And you can see that with the standard of football, you can see that a lot of these players, they don't actually have passion. Like they don't show that passion like to play football. That's why they always injured. They'll be injured and be in Dubai. No mention any names. Or in Miami and all these guys.
PP. You know. PP.
They'll be injured and be doing all different kind of things. I saw Marcus Rashford. He's meant to have a back injury. But it's everything. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life. But I mean, no, but it's true. No, like, when I think of elite players, I won't see Ronaldo like being an injury and then go and then be in another country or something like that. He's working to get back to the thing.
It's very true. I'm not saying that they're not, obviously, but it's very true. I think that definitely plays a part where people are now given like they have more luxury outside of what I'm trying to articulate what I'm saying. Outside of, the threshold, if I can say it. Like they're stretching it, they're taking the mick completely. They're taking the mick.
And another thing that I don't like as well, I feel like even because I feel like this whole topic kind of ties in with mental health as well. I feel like some people are abusing what mental health
that's
as
a
an
big
excuse,
one.
as an
That's
excuse,
another big one.
As an excuse for certain things. Because I feel like couple players and stuff like that.
Yeah, you carry on.
Yeah. I feel like even couple players and stuff like that, they've used mental health as excuses to say, I'm not even mentioning any names, but to say that, that's why their performance has been like this or like that or something like that. But these times, you're the same person that's just there posting up this, posting up that, but then when it's time for you to receive criticism, it's like, oh my days, everyone's on my back, like I can't do this, depression, they start throwing out the depression card. And the thing is, it's mad because there's actually serious people that are actually going through these issues.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like some people are just abusing that.
It's when you write a fake sick note from the doctor.
Yeah.
You're not even sick.
You're not sick. Oh man.
Yeah, it's very, especially that mental health thing, because it's good nowadays that there's more awareness to it, in the world that we live in. Even the gender of being a male, coming out to speak about it is become more accepted, because obviously the natural thinking is, macho man, mental are supposed to be strong mentally, physically, you're not supposed to have any weaknesses. That's good, but when it becomes like a crutch, is being abused, then that's also wrong. And I think we also need to speak about the difference. Even though it's hard to quantify, but there needs to be that level of balance. Otherwise, you can just blame everything on mental health. Everyone has a reason to do whatever they want.
Exactly. It's true. It's true. That's the thing. Because mental health is such a new topic. Well, it's not new. Mental health has always been around. Like someone said something like, everyone goes through like some form of mental health. It's just like normal physical health, like physical health problems. You might have a cold one day, but that doesn't mean the cold lasts all your life.
Yeah,
so obviously mentally as well, also everyone goes through something. Exactly. Obviously there's more long-term things, like some people might have cancer or more life-threatening like illnesses or stuff like that, and that's also equivalent of like people that might have like I don't know, like dementia and all these kind of things. So, but there's also like, it's a spectrum as well. Like there's stuff that's not as deep, and there's stuff that is like very, very deep. So it's kind of, it's still like a relatively like new topic. But yeah, like you said, I'm actually happy that it's actually still being talked about as well. It's definitely being talked about, and it's bringing more awareness to like these issues and stuff like that. But I don't know.
There needs to be some balance.
There needs to be a balance. Even because where do you draw the line between someone blaming mental health or something and actually just owning up and just owning your life and actually taking charge?
Yeah, that's
the line between stuff like that.
That's true, and I give credit to those people who might have been like in a rut necessarily, like mental health wise, and then they've actually made a decision, because sometimes you just make a decision to come out of it. It's one thing you be in a bad place, and it's another thing you staying there. It's like you're trapped in a cage. Someone comes with a key to open the cage. And you just choose to stay there.
Exactly.
So then whose
Think
fault
about
is
it.
it?
Yeah, let's think about it. Like with physical health, if you're ill, if you've got like a cold or something, you do the necessary procedures for you to get over the cold.
Yeah.
Whether is take cough syrup or something like that, or vitamin C or whatever, honey and lemon. You do what you need to do. You don't just stay there and just be there and just be sneezing and just chilling in the same environment that get you the cold. You don't do that. Yeah. But some people want to use like their condition or their mental health to just be like, that's it, and that's my reason. That's my reason for me not doing this, for me not maybe passing an exam or this or something like that. These things affect you, but you still need to try and overcome, and still need to show the desire to overcome, or you're just never going to proceed. You're never going to progress.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And even, probably another topic another day is that when it comes to stuff like mental health, it's not just being aware, if it is real, that, okay, it's a problem, you're going through something, but actually looking for answers to come out of it. And not just stay in it, or maybe not if you just use that as an excuse. Maybe it's real, it's what you're going through, it's very hard, but to actively look to come out of it, because I don't think any of us, no one has an excuse. The classic saying, everyone has opportunity to do something, whatever. It's a personal thing that everyone has to take on board for themselves. Like, no one can take that on for you. You need to just do it yourself. You need to do it yourself. But it's definitely not an excuse for you to use that as an scapegoat.
I don't think that's right.
Definitely. It's not good to use that as a scapegoat where it's like even in London, unfortunately, there are a lot of homeless people. Some of these homeless people are not homeless people.
They're not. They're not.
But that's why some of us think twice before we even give them anything, because we don't know who's who. We don't know who's who. So even if you're listening, you're watching or you're listening to this, I guess this is self-reflection, even for ourselves. Just maybe in life, just generally, not to just make excuses. About certain things. But rewinding a little bit, we're going to a deeper part of the segment there. Even in the terms of like whether you look in different industries like sports, music, let me say music, rap has become very popular in today's culture, and those who know the origins of like rap, that in terms of rap battles or London grime battles, stuff like that. It's normal for there to be confrontation. It's like sport. If someone tackles you probably in the wrong way, you're not gonna just stand up, get angry. Like it's healthy in a certain way. Then when you see, let's say from recent memory, Pusha T versus Drake. I think that's the best example to use. Especially like if you slap somebody and they punch you back, you can't say, "Why did you punch me?" That doesn't make sense. I feel like that's a very good example of where like some people even start things, but then when someone responds even harder, they can't handle it. Why did you do that? Wait, why did you start then?
Do you know what I mean? A lot of people can give, but they can't receive. They can't. They love to give it, but they can't.
He went too far. Why did you start? Why did you start?
What do you mean you went too far? You drew the line. You said that this is gone too far.
It's very, very interesting because when you deep it, it's like even like with the other episode recorded, there's lack of consistency. Because obviously, like in that example, you give or you take. Like if you're a boxer and you go in the boxing ring, you will get hit. You just obviously want to get hit as less as possible. But if you think you're gonna go in the boxing ring, be like Floyd Mayweather, even he gets touched on the arm or something.
He does.
You take it. You just have to take it, and I think that's even part of building mental toughness too.
Exactly.
It's actually being prepared, to take that. I think some people go into like anything in life just thinking that they won't be confronted or they won't get criticism or even people close to them might question, their moves or what they're doing.
And that's where I feel like it comes down to a lot of things here that we see. It's like it comes down to like parenting, because I feel like if parents like instill within their children that life is not rosy. Like you're gonna come up against different things, but it's how you bounce back or how you achieve or how you try and strive through these things that will determine how great or how successful you're gonna be. Like my parents definitely instilled that in me. Like whether it was, I don't know, something as little as flopping a spelling quiz or something like that back in primary school. They would tell me, the reason why you didn't do that is because number one, you didn't revise as much. So now for the next time, you don't put up saying, oh yeah, how come you didn't pass it or whatever, or it was just sitting there sobbing. Nah, you do the necessary steps for you to succeed and you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, that's another thing. A lot of people haven't experienced failure, so then when they actually do experience it, they don't know what to do. They're rattled.
That's actually so true.
So they haven't even developed that kind of toughness as well.
That is so true.
To actually firmly and understand.
That is so true.
But I feel like parents need to do a lot. Like me, I know when I have kids, I'm gonna instill a lot of values in them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like just be in control of your life.
Some are overprotective.
I feel the best way to learn is through experience.
It is.
Through experience. If I didn't make certain mistakes, I don't think I would do well. Yeah, that's how you learn. You cannot learn from something you haven't experienced.
Yeah. It's true.
It doesn't make sense.
It's very true. Like even in the classic, the loss is a lesson. It actually is. It really is.
It
and,
is.
Until if you're maybe even if you overprotect yourself.
Yeah.
Again, it's delusional because when you actually step out in the real world or different environments, you're just gonna get exposed. You won't be prepared in any kind of way.
Yeah.
And any probably comment or opinion that's thrown at you, you're just gonna be, whoa, where's this coming from? Obviously, when you come to, there are certain things that, as much as you try and prepare yourself for, you can't fully. But you can to an extent where you're aware. I think self-awareness is key. And aware of, what you're doing and probably life in itself. That's how life is anyway.
Yeah.
So why would it be any different than anything else you're doing?
It's true. Very valid point. But I'm gonna flip this as well, yeah. I'm gonna see, maybe tackle this topic from a different angle, especially us being guys and being men. Obviously there's always that stigma like, man up and like, be a man. All of these kind of phrases. What do you think? What do you think about those kind of phrases?
I think
be a man.
I think sometimes it's taken too far on either side of the spectrum. Too far. Like there's one side where be a man in terms of like this topic. Doesn't matter what people say about you. Keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Fight to provide for your family, to make your dreams come true. Work hard, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then there's the other side where even pertaining like opinions and stuff, where you become high on your own product, where like even constructive criticism that's given to you, as we mentioned before, it doesn't hit you, if that makes sense. Like you think you're above it. Yeah. You think you're above it and you don't need it to say so. So that's even the other side, I think, when it comes to that stuff, as the examples that we just spoke about.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a spectrum. And sometimes, like you said, it goes too far on both sides. Because like me, I use that term sometimes. Like my little brother would be playing football or something, and then one little tackle will be on the floor or something. I say, get up, be a man. Come on, be strong.
And we're not being sexist here.
We're not being sexist.
It's unscripted, we're not being sexist.
In fact, we're going to get into that one sooner as well. Hey, because I know right now that term, be a man, it's got to rattle a lot of feminists.
Yeah.
But anyway, I tell him, be a man in the sense that be strong. Be strong.
And obviously, like, we know, apart from, male, female, actually, that is actually included what I'm going to say. But apart from, the argument of sexism, which again, as you said, is not the topic. Naturally, men, are built physically differently from women.
That's the thing.
They're, like, even from the way that we present ourselves, it doesn't need to be as meticulous. Like, a lot of ways, we can go on for a long time talking about this, but
like, I don't understand why people like to like, yes, yeah, we're both human beings, but there's different aspects to both of us, to both males and females that make us who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, there's no denying it. Men are built stronger. They're meant to be faster and stuff like that. That's why we don't compete in the same sports, because our genetic makeup are different.
It wouldn't be.
We are more muscular. We have all of these things.
Yeah, our genes are different.
Yeah. So like, when people are now saying like, oh yeah, we're equal. Yeah, we are equal. We're equal in certain things, but then there's other things that we're different. We're really different with. Like, women tend to be more nurturing, because that's what they're meant to do. They're the one that produced a child. I can't give birth to a child.
Yeah. So and that's obviously their strength as well.
Yeah, that's their strength. So if now I use the term be a man, I'm not trying to say that women can't be tough as well.
Yeah. I'm
not trying to say that all men should be macho, because that's not what it means.
Mm-hmm.
It means that own the characteristic of being strong.
Yeah. That's
own that characteristic. That's what it is.
Perfect explanation.
That's what it is. Obviously,
the sound effects which you had right
thank you. But then there's obviously times where like the term be a man is a bit mad, because you be told be a man to the extent that you cannot even talk about the stuff that you're going through.
Yeah, that's not,
because you feel like, oh yeah, I have to firm it. I have to live up to being a man.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, I feel like it can be a little bit detrimental, because situations that you could have resolved earlier by just speaking to someone, you didn't, because you wanted to bottle it up inside.
Yeah. Or like, again, going back to the topic, like, if your friend gives their opinion, which is constructive, and says like, this isn't the right way, this is wrong, by you not taking it, you're shooting yourself in the foot at the same time too, in that kind of fashion. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's definitely a thing to think about, because obviously being a male in, let's say, this 21st century that we live in is it's easy sometimes to get it wrong in different ways. And I think, again, going back to like self-awareness, there needs to be a balance on both spectrums in that kind of case, where you can be strong, whether you're man or woman. Not say that it's not just men, but also even in vulnerability there's strength. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we're all human at the end of the day. Nobody is perfect.
We're actually so vulnerable.
all of us are vulnerable. But also we can go past our vulnerability at the same time, which also goes back into people giving opinions about you that might not be true. Yeah. So I think all of that needs to be taken into account, and I think especially social media, the way like it advances everything, like everything happens so fast, people forget this, and this is the real world. Yes. This is the real world. Yes. Because you have an app on your phone, that just makes it more in your face. But this is the real world. People were going through this before. It's just that now, obviously, it's on a bigger scale. Yeah, it's just on a bigger scale. I want to imagine like how the world would be. Imagine social media just disappeared. How would the world be now? Imagine 2021, there was no social media. I want to know if all of the same issues that we're going through, I want to know if it'll be around. I want to know how like things will actually pan out. I think everyone would have like the same issues, but they would be more comfortable, because I think so. That wouldn't be there. That tools like social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, wouldn't be there to kind of highlight insecurities. Exactly. Definitely. Exactly. Fam, I don't know. People, it's so weird. I just feel like people just get lost
They get lost in the algorithm. That's social media. It's a maze. They get trapped. A lot of people get trapped and then just can't. They can't. It seems like they can't get out.
And yeah, it's like a maze to be honest.
It is. Yeah.
But it's only a maze if you let it.
If you let
become,
it. Yeah.
If you let it become a maze, 100%.
That's like the key word, like self-awareness. Everything is about self-awareness.
Yeah.
Just knowing where you are, who you are, what you want to be. Just knowing, having an identity is important, because if not, you're just gonna get swayed and just.
Yeah. And the best place I think to start is at, like, in your tight circle.
Yeah.
Even before, like, people outside of who you even know, maybe your followers or people in your workplace or whoever, someone you see on the street gives their opinion about you, is to ask you. I think it's important to ask yourself, like, if someone in my family or my group of friends, close friends, you know, gave me constructive criticism or an opinion on something, you know, would I take it in? How would I feel? Would I feel offended?
Yeah.
Because if you feel offended by that, then, you know, that's really going to be a problem when you step onto a bigger scale.
Yeah.
To be honest, but like, but definitely going back again to what you said about when you know yourself, you don't need to, if I can say, prove it that much. Yeah. You know.
That's the thing. Like, you don't need to look for validation on other people.
Yeah,
so I feel like a lot of this, like a lot of the insecurities, that's where it comes from, because I don't know, everyone wants to please other people. You want to create a perception for other people that makes you look good, that makes you look perfect.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
But the thing is, nobody is perfect anyway. So you end up doing things that you don't want to do. The people that are your audience is gonna end up doing things that they don't want to do, and we're just fake.
Yeah,
they're just fake.
It's true.
And no one is actually who they want to be.
Yeah.
Or who they are.
Yeah, it's like back in school when you play each other like on FIFA and stuff. Like, if you get smacked, just be ready next day in school. You're gonna be ridiculed.
Yeah.
Just be ready for it.
You know, hold the L.
Just be
that's
ready.
What it is.
But at least with me, obviously, if you're not like this when you play games, don't say that you can't beat. That means it reflects your real life. But when it comes to playing games, like, if I beat you, I beat you. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, to be honest. You know, people could say, oh, you know, you're not good. I mean, if you beat me, then yeah, I'll just take it. I'm not gonna make a big fuss out of it, you know. Even I think, again, you know, going back to the thing that Gary Vee said, is like, when you appreciate one too much, then like when you get the other, it can be a poison.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
It can be a poison.
It's true.
You know, and you can get hooked on those drugs.
It's true. It actually is a drug.
Yeah.
Like, just people's opinions.
Even good opinions. Even good. We don't speak about thousands. Good opinions. Good opinions. Wow. It's.
I just say let opinions be opinions.
Yeah. And sometimes people don't even mean it. Yeah. Or they mean it for maybe a season. Wow. That is.
Let opinions be opinions. You just do what you're doing.
100%. 100%.
That's the thing. Like, think about it. You can actually. I've never actually thought about it like this way. Like, even positive comments and stuff like that can actually affect you. Imagine someone is saying, "Oh yeah, this video is banging" or whatever. So then you feel like, I don't know, the nature of whatever that content is. You feel like that's what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
So instead of you doing what you should be doing, because someone might have commented, "Oh yeah, this was good," you then go down that line to do that. But that might not work out in the long run. Like, that's not the content that you really originally wanted to put out. But because someone has now said that, "Oh yeah, this is this," then you then start doing that.
Yeah. Or you become satisfied.
You become satisfied. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So both ways. Yeah. That's actually very valid, man. When you start to appreciate either one, whether it's negative or good opinions, it can actually become a problem.
It's almost like you need to block out both, to be honest.
Let opinions be opinions.
It's actually true. You almost need to block out both and like always be in the now. That's why I really appreciate like all these great athletes, because
that's it. Exactly.
They could have plateaued or stopped at a certain level, but it's just for them, I believe that's definitely their mentality.
So think about it. The elite guys, they have an elite mentality. They're not satisfied with anything.
No.
They can have 3 Ballon d'Ors in football. They want to get the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have 2 championship rings? They want to get more.
They
want to continue.
5 Olympic medals, Michael Phelps.
Exactly.
I haven't forgot how many he has.
And they want to get more. They want to do more.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think you can do that when you're concerned about what anyone says to you.
Yes. Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
Whether it's good or bad, because then that will influence you one way or another. You know, yeah.
Because if you actually think about it, all these elite athletes, their social media presence is pretty much the biggest. Ronaldo now is on what? 200 million.
Yeah, first one on Instagram.
200 million.
Yeah, that's. I don't even know how. I'm sorry.
Nah,
with all due respect to him, I don't know how. Even though he's a brand in himself, he branded himself, his name and everything.
It's just football is the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah,
so it will make sense that it is a footballer that has that status. To be honest, but yeah, how many comments is this guy? This guy's getting at least like 1 million comments on every post.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. He doesn't read any.
Yeah. Do you think why do you read? Why do you win? Why do you read them? When he wants to train 10 times a day, he has to eat well, he has to do this, he has to do that. He's trying to ascend even more.
Wow. Definitely. There's a lot that you could just apply in your own personal life from that. 110%. 110%. Yeah.
I find it weird. Like, it's not even weird. Like, it makes sense why most of these athletes, they don't even run their own like socials or brand and stuff like that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's agencies and management that handle that kind of stuff. They don't do it themselves. You think they got time?
Or people who have hundreds of comments and they go to find someone wants to block. You take time to do that, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a few here and there, you just take an unnecessary one out there. Like, you find time to block and respond to these people. Why? You're just there, open the comment section, just leave it, man. Leave it. Or like some people do, you know, on social media, put no comments allowed.
That's it. Yeah, do that. Yeah, for real. Like, if you don't wanna experience anyone's opinion, then switch off comments. You can do that. You can do that on everything. Yeah.
But don't be delusional. Is that even a word? I don't know. But don't fall into delusion. We're gonna make our word in the Oxford Dictionary today.
Delusionized.
Oh man. This might be in the snippet from promotion for this episode. Don't fall into the delusion that the rule is like that though. At the same time, you know, you can enter a new space, a new industry where maybe you try and run in a different lane, and people will say, you know, like, why, like, this is not what you do, you know. So why don't you stay doing what you're doing? Yeah, like trying to find ways to explain it. But I'm sure everyone kind of gets the gist of that, you know. It's like you don't belong here to an extent. I'm trying to find let's say artists, for example, Drake. Yeah. You know, that guy just doesn't do rap, you know. Apparently now he does some grime on the side. You know. Hey. Again, we have our opinions. We have our opinions about that, you know. But he's just gonna keep doing him. At the end of the day, he's just gonna keep doing him. You know.
But then, like, even him, I don't know why he even came out to come and when he did that interview. But actually, they did ask him about it, so he had to answer it. But yeah, like, people have been saying, oh yeah, Coach Vulture was jumping on this stuff, whatever. He didn't respond to it. He hasn't responded to it.
No, he doesn't need to.
Because they're the same people here that will be saying these things, but then he'll go and drop a track and they'll bank it.
Yeah. Or they'll be saying, he doesn't support us, he doesn't care. Listen, you can't please everyone, man.
You actually can't.
You can't.
People will always find something wrong.
You can't.
People will always find something wrong.
You can't.
But who cares about that, man? Who actually cares, man?
Yeah.
No one cares. Just live your life, man. Live your life for real. Live your life.
So yeah, we'll just leave that.